the 2K Sports Pregame Show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. And tonight, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Miami Heat. Looking at one thing we know, they feel they match up well in this contest. It's obviously an opponent they're confident going up against. We won't have to wait long to see if that confidence is well-founded. And this evening's matchup, I guess we don't expect a lot of scoring. Got two lockdown defenses here. Kenny, what makes these two teams so difficult to score against?
Oh, aggressive mindset and taking care of the defensive boards.
Well, you also got to have great athletes and a willingness to help each other.
That's good. I almost said that. I
know you did. And I almost said what you said.
No doubt.
That's going to wrap it up from here. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you later on.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
2K Sports checks in with our loyal viewers with the broadcast from Philadelphia. It's the home of the 76ers, the Wells Fargo Center. Great to have you with us, everybody, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Good evening, Kevin. Sixers head coach Brett Brown has gone through the lean years in Philly, but his coaching philosophy stayed constant during that time. He said, who's playing hard? There's a certain type that we're trying to grow in a city like Philadelphia. We've got to find people who can gain respect by competing. Kevin?
Thanks, DA, and Philly loves guys that work hard, a great attitude to build your team around for sure. Well, tonight, Clark, we have a matchup that showcases two teams that are very deadly from beyond the arc. Just how important has the three-point shot become in the NBA?
It's become the most important shot in the NBA in my mind, Kevin, because it puts a lot of pressure on the opposing defense. It's a shot that the fans can anticipate and really get into, and it forces the defense to spread out. I mean, the best offenses in the league now are really good at utilizing the three-point shot, making it and taking them to spread the defense.
So here's Miami's starting group. We've got Johnson. Whiteside is out there with Johnson. Then there's Dragic, and it's Richardson in at the small forward. Now here's Johnson. Back to Dragic. Heat moving the ball around. No good on the three. On defense, Miami. And here's Covington. Here's Saric, and Whiteside sends it back. Outside Dragic. Johnson sends the screen for Dragic. Richardson against Covington. In the corner, it's Whiteside. Johnson outside. Shot clock at 6. Over Simmons. No good from Dragic. Outside, Simmons. Kicks to Johnson. The feed to Saric. Over Johnson. He's good with the little jumper in close.
Yeah, that's a good way to start the game. Nice inside bucket right there.
Johnson outside. They set the screen. He feeds it to Richardson. Richardson with the screen on Simmons. Dragic kicks to Johnson. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic.
and they can't allow him too many open looks like that. That's just inviting trouble.
Johnson in the corner. He kicks it to Reddick. Drains it from beyond the arc. Reddick's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Even with the man all in his jersey, Reddick has the skill and concentration to make you pay on those jump shots. It's real simple for him.
Knocks down the 3 ball.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
Yeah, and I like it. I love seeing that. It's a lot of fun when that happens. These teams are going at each other from the outside.
Now here's Šorić. And taken away by Johnson. Oh, and here comes Dragic all alone. Finished off the break. Dragic has got his first points of the game.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Vitally important. I mean, if you relax for a second, you're cooked. You're toast. They learned that lesson there.
Yeah, and those illegal screens have really become a point of emphasis for the officials.
And it seems like they've been more than willing to crack down on those. Makes it tough to get as physical as you'd like to out there.
Johnson outside. Johnson up top. And the pass to Dragic. Clock at 6. To the middle. Here's Whiteside. Great D that time from Johnson.
The defense did not do a good job guarding that one, Kevin. Don't know how he missed that layup.
Now Simmons. Šorić outside. Up top, Simmons. He's guarded by Dragic. And no good. Good work defensively by Whiteside. Outside, Dragic. Whiteside dishes to Dragic. Oh, Whiteside in position. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Simmons. Oh!
Hey, hey, hey. Ooh, ooh, wow. And, you know, whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane bounce, he takes advantage of it, really demonstrating how lethal he is in the air.
Now here's Dragic. Johnson in the corner. Just 5 on the clock. Miami needs to get a shot off. And here's Johnson outside. Rebounded by Covington. 76ers trailing.
And since 2016, a new front office has taken over in Philadelphia. The new team motto, process to progress. They're looking to turn the corner here.
Šorić just screen on Johnson. Outside, Simmons. Here's Šorić. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3. And the previous Sixers front office distinguished by their patience in rebuilding and, acquiring draft picks. That was the way they were going to build that team. Clark, do you think the Sixers will continue to show that patient approach?
Well, I think they're going to blend it. They're ready to push their chips in and try to win some games now. They want to be a playoff team as soon as possible. You can't continue to lose forever. They want to start winning, and they're on their way.
Shot's good. Hit. Shooting 1.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Philadelphia.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
And the other thing, though, is their execution in terms of their ball movement has been flawless. Sets up a lot of easy scoring opportunities.
Winslow's checked in for James Johnson.
Shot.
And that one falls from Šorić. And Greg, you hear about the competitive culture that this Miami Heat franchise has.
Yeah, and that doesn't always work for some teams, but it works for the Heat. This group will push each other all the time to be the best they can be. The practices have a feel of game-level intensity.
Guys, a potent offense right now.
You know what, guys? And they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
Now Dragic, after J.J. Redick's three-pointer that didn't go. Over Simmons. Dragic gets the bucket.
And I respect the craftiness and savvy of Dragic. I mean, when he gets positioned deep inside, he finds a way to score.
And Simmons kicks to Covington. Simmons with it. Back to Covington. Shard just screen on Richardson. Just 5 to shoot. Another miss by Philadelphia. The Heat have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Johnson can't get it to go. The 76ers have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. In the corner, Simmons with it. Back to Redick. Passes to Šarić. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Johnson with a screen on Johnson. And Redick, here we go, over Johnson. Redick can't get that one to fall.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Agree with you there, partner, because that screen really freed him up nicely, and that's a shot that if you're a pro, you need to make that one.
Covington with the steal. Jumps up. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Boy, one of the things about Covington is that his length bothers the opposing players. I mean, he's somebody that takes defense seriously and looks to pilfer the ball whenever he can.
Now, here's Whiteside. Looking for his first basket still in this one. And Dragic with the basket on the assist by Richardson.
Against length, he does a nice job of creating just enough separation.
Yeah, he's so creative with the ball and his ability to shake free from bigger guys to knock down those triples. Boy, that's a thing of beauty there.
And here is Šarić after the three-pointer from Goran Dragic. And stolen by Richardson. The 10-footer. Rebound by the 76ers. Outside, Simmons. Šarić with the screen for Simmons. To the wing on the left. And slam dunk by Šarić.
Boy, what's most impressive about Simmons is how he finds the open man so consistently. The vision, the unselfishness. That's what you want to see out of him.
Now, here's Dragic. 7 points in the game. Whiteside a screen. Richardson against Covington. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots from 12. And too long on the shot. The 76ers leading by 3. Back to Simmons. Redick with the screen on Dragic. Šarić has the open look. And it's off from three-point range. Out to the wing. Pass to Dragic. Here's Richardson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Winslow, the pass to Whiteside. The rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got 4 rebounds in this game. Redick against Johnson. Johnson the screen. Here's Simmons trying to get open as Johnson. And that one's good. Simmons. Now it's a 5-point Philadelphia lead. Miami's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. Johnson kicks to Whiteside. Over Johnson. Whiteside, good. Whiteside's got his first basket.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. Look, if you were coaching a team, you had one shot to win a game on the line, which player in the league would you want to take that shot?
I like a lot of guys for last shot circumstances. LeBron James is always on my list. Kyrie Irving is at the top of my list. Damian Lillard is a killer. Isaiah Thomas, the little big man, is phenomenal in those kind of late game situations. But I think I'm going to tip my hat to Kyrie Irving. Uncle Drew is my guy.
Yeah, you can sense he wasn't happy with how things are going here. Probably looking to change it up a bit.
Nothing wrong with that. You got to be flexible. When something isn't working, you adjust, you modify, you go to something else. That's what the best coaches do.
And the 76ers with a completely new group now. The Heat also changing it up. Olynyk, he's checked in for Whiteside. Luke Babbitt comes in for Richardson. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for Johnson. Holmes sets a screen. Bellinelli for three. They get it back. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
Philadelphia shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
Shooting 2.
No good on that one. And for the Sixers, a lot of missed rookie seasons over the years. First Nerlens Noel, then Joel Embiid, now Ben Simmons.
Yeah, but in many cases, I think they drafted them knowing they might be out of commission for a while. Still, I think the Philly fans probably hope not to hear the phrase foot fracture for a long time. Hopefully, they can keep everybody healthy and get this thing moving forward.
And the second free throw, good. The Heat trail by 4. On the wing, Dwayne Wade. Pass to Babbitt. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Dragic dishes to Winslow. Feeds it to Babbitt. Wade outside. Over Bellinelli. That one wide left.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Dragic the pass to Olynyk. There's 1:26 left to play in the first. Dragic kicks to Wade. Dishes it to Babbitt. The feed to Wade. Takes the 3. Unable to get that one. And it's Philadelphia the other way. Got a piece of it. Anderson against Winslow. From 13, and he gets that one to go off the front iron. And now a 9-point Philadelphia lead. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Wade. Rebounded by Holmes.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
McConnell kicks to Bellinelli. A fadeaway. Goran Dragic grabs the board. The Heat trail by 9. Wade misses.
No doubt the quarter just not going his way. Still scoreless.
Now, here's McConnell. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. They set the pick. The 76ers need to get off a shot. A shot by Bellinelli. No good. Winslow. That shot off the mark. And that does it for the first quarter. 76ers ahead as they end the first quarter with an energy burst, a 19-7 run. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And J.J. Redick, a focal point in his tenure with the Duke Blue Devils, both offensively and as a lightning rod for fans.
think I'll forever be associated with Duke and Duke basketball. And obviously that's a polarizing topic for some people. They like me, some people don't like me. But I take a lot of pride in the fact that I went to school there, I got to play there, and I graduated from Duke.
There's no doubt that he is Mr. Duke, J.J. Redick, and it's hard to argue with that school's incredible success, Greg, whether you like him or not. And I know you've had a first-hand view of Duke a couple times.
And listen, I have the utmost respect for J.J. and Coach K and what they've done there. And listen, you could be known for a lot worse things in your life and haven't gone to a lot worse places. But I think for him, it's not about where he's been. I think it's about where he's going and what's going to be the next chapter in his career.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And looking at what we've seen from the 76ers, what do you guys think?
I think they play great D and not giving up anything easy early on.
Exactly. I mean, they've made their presence felt on this end. Excellent job contesting shots so far.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So on the floor for Philadelphia, we've got Rashawn Holmes. Anderson is out there with Ilyasova. Then there's Bellinelli, and it's McConnell in at the point.
How about the fearlessness? And even in the face of the D, Bellinelli there makes him pay.
Ellington dishes to Olynyk. And here's Winslow. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Kicks to Babbitt. Wade outside. There's the dish to Ellington. No good with the triple.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Now, here's McConnell. Holmes can't get it to go in. Winslow against Ilyasova. Count it, and the 76ers lead has been cut to just 9 on the basket from Winslow. The 76ers have gone 1 of 3 to start off the second quarter. Well, Greg, Justice Winslow had a year that he'd like to forget, his second season in the NBA. Only played in the 18 games before sitting out the rest of the way after a torn labrum.
And we're just happy to see the young man back out on the floor so that he can continue to develop. Always a fantastic defender, and you forget, still a very young player who can round into a contributor, I believe, on offense.
Here's Babbitt. The basket good off the assist from Wade.
And, you know, guys, Wade is a terrific teammate, always willing to give up the ball and share the sugar, if you will, especially when his teammate is wide open.
The pass to Bellinelli. And Ilyasova kicks to Anderson. Now Ilyasova. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. McConnell passes to Ilyasova. He dishes it to Bellinelli. Sinks the three-pointer. And the 76ers lead by 10.
Can't give up these looks. I mean, the defense has to be more aggressive guarding the perimeter.
And the Heat call time here. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
He's checked in for Philadelphia. Adebayo is checked in for the Heat. Johnson comes in for Justice Winslow. The Heat trail by 10. Ellington with it. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Here's Wade. That one rolling around and rims out.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Philadelphia with the ball after Dwayne Wade's miss.
I'll tell you what, Wade's one of the best in the history of the game as a shot blocker from the two-guard position, using his athleticism to leap up and turn shots away.
Now here's Ellington. Back to Olynyk. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Screen by Olynyk. Johnson for three. It's rebounded by Fultz. The 76ers leading by 10. Passes it to Holmes. And Bellinelli kicks to Ilyasova. The kick out to Anderson. Over Johnson. Head shot off. And the Heat going the other way now. Ellington dishes to Wade. And Olynyk kicks to Johnson. Back to Olynyk. He feeds it to Ellington. And the three ball is good. Ellington's got it back down to within single digits for the Heat.
Remember, he played the point guard position for most of high school, so Olynyk has retained that vision.
Ilyasova a screen. Fultz the pass to Ilyasova. Johnson outside. Dwayne Wade on the wing. That one falls, coming off the Johnson feet.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That is a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yep, he's on the money, that's no doubt. There's Bellinelli. He's got 8. Back to Anderson. There's the 3. Anderson can't get that one to fall. The Heat trail by 5. Ellington kicks to Olynyk. Pass to Johnson. Feeds it to Wade. High arcing shot. He lays it in. Wade's got 4 points this quarter. And Brett Brown, such a great fit in Philadelphia. He loves the town, loves the game, loves to coach. He says about the town, Clark, it reminds him of his hometown.
Well, that's nice to hear because he does embody a lot of the grit that you come to know and expect from Philadelphians. I mean, it reminds him of where he's from. He's faced the media through tough times. He's always candid and forthright. And he's coaching with a long lens, as he put it, building towards something great. And, man, I tell you, that passion and enthusiasm just oozes out of him, which is pretty cool to see.
He might not have the long-range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
To end the drought, Fultz, no good.
And I think all the credit goes to the defense there, Kevin. Exceptional job getting the shooter to rush that layup.
Philadelphia's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. That one goes. Count it. And the 76ers lead by 2.
In addition to Ilyasova's ability to light it up from the perimeter, he also feels pretty comfortable in the paint.
Now here's Ellington. Shot from the wing. The shot by Wade, no good. Now here's Fultz. Not a lot of room. Out to the wing. There's a good screen. Here's Bellinelli. Ellington defending. Ilyasova is screen on Olynyk. And Anderson gets it to go.
Well, I tell you what, the jump shot of Anderson continues to improve. I love seeing him pull up from here.
Ellington, the pass to Adebayo. He kicks to Ellington. Anderson against Johnson. Pass to Adebayo. Dishes it to Johnson. Trying his luck deep. And it's Johnson again missing. Philadelphia leading by 4. Here's Bellinelli. He's got 8. Ilyasova a screen. Anderson kicks to Holmes. Ilyasova sets a screen for Fultz. Ellington grabs the miss. The Heat trail by 4. There's the feed to Johnson. They set the pick. Kicks it to Wade. Over Bellinelli. Wade gets the bucket. Wade's got 6 here in this quarter.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Timeout called, the 76ers. Clark, you know we like to reach out to the fans and have them send in questions, so I've got one right now. Here's Alex in Ohio, of all places. He asks, what sport other than basketball are you best at?
I specialized early, Alex. I was a decent athlete, had good hands, could catch and throw a football pretty well, but didn't like the contact there. Right now, I'm actually just a good workout guy, and I'm trying to become a better than average golfer.
And really, whether you're up or down, it's a game of adjustments.
Always. And having a good coach is critically important. I mean, you need somebody you can count on to make the right adjustment.
Group in for the Heat. Whiteside's checked in for Adebayo. Richardson comes in for Olynyk. Tyler Johnson, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Dragic in for Wayne Ellington. Now here's Simmons. Redick for 3. It's hauled in by the Heat. Whiteside's got 4 rebounds in this game. Dragic against Simmons. Dragic kicks to Johnson. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And probably the prime memories with the Heat have to be from the Big 3 era. I mean, the team has done a great job of transitioning from that era to this current one, but classic example for me of reloading versus rebuilding.
And that one falls for Johnson. And Greg, credit the Miami Heat front office and coaching staff for continuing to keep this team competitive despite losing several Hall of Fame type players in the last couple of years.
And that is never an easy task for a franchise to go through. But the Heat have stayed in the competitive picture with smart signings and trades, and don't discount the impact Eric Spoelstra has had on that roster.
That one drops. He ties it up. Philadelphia's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Johnson with a screen on Johnson. There's the dish to Covington. Just 5 on the clock. In the corner, Simmons with it, pulls up. He sticks that one in from 20 feet away. Simmons got 6 points.
And if you're not going to respect Simmons' jumper, then he's going to hurt you with it. I mean, it's quite smooth coming off his hand.
Right side a screen. Shoots off the screen. Tries again. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
The Heat shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
And guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless.
And the first one drops. Well, with Whiteside, no matter what he is doing, he is always setting the tone. The way he goes about defending the rim, it's like he's taking it personally that these guys are not going to score on him.
And you know what? He's a tone setter defensively. He gives his group confidence when he's on the floor. And, you know, teams are starting to realize you simply do not go at Whiteside. The block numbers might be down, but his defensive impact is as high as ever.
You know, guys, you got to give much respect to the length of Whiteside. I mean, he's a hulking 7-footer who takes a lot of pride in being the defensive anchor for this team.
Now here's Simmons. He has 6. And the wide open shot from Redick. Redick can't get that one to fall.
And, you know, he's yet to hit another 3 after nailing one in the first, but I don't think that's going to stop him from shooting.
Richardson dishes to Whiteside. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Covington, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Man, I like the touch on the mid-range shot by Robert Covington. I mean, he's really good at measuring these shots, and they're a lot harder than they look, folks, that mid-range jump shot.
Now here's Whiteside over Johnson. Count it, and the Philadelphia lead has been cut back down to 1 point on the basket from Hassan Whiteside. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter, less than 20%, but they've continued to let him fly. And Redick kicks to Šarić. To the inside, and stolen by Whiteside. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. That puts them in the lead. Richardson's got his first 2 points. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game, just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Now here's Redick. Covington setting the pick for Redick. Now the pass to Covington. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Beats the shot clock but can't get it to fall. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Heat lead by 1. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, how does the defense you're playing impact your offense?
It just energizes us. We have an ignitable group, and that's how we play. So we have to continue to stay the course and try to keep them off the three-point line as best as we can.
Yeah, those runouts get your guys going. Thanks a lot, Spo. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. Time for the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Miami had some issues in the first quarter. As hard as they tried to compete, they just could not keep pace early and ended the period facing a deficit of 9 points. One of the stories in the first half for them is they shot much better in the second quarter and even 50% from the field. Kenny, let's start with you. What'd you think about the Heat?
Well, I thought their turning point was when the bench came in. Those guys really hustled, and they gave the team some energy, and then they started to score baskets. That was a bonus.
Shaq, what'd you think about Philadelphia?
I like the way they rebounded. They devoted a lot of energy down low, fighting for each other on the boards, and it helped keep this game tight. If they can continue to do that, it could easily be the factor that swings the game in their favor.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
Welcome back, folks. A glorious view of the lights of downtown Philadelphia, America's most historic city. Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. And here are the 76ers now. Here's who Eric Spoelstra is starting the second half with. James Johnson is out there with Whiteside. Then there's Dragic. Then there's Richardson. And it's Johnson in at the 2 guard. Here's Simmons. Almost, but it rolls out.
That's what they want. A good look from the mid-range game, hey, but unfortunately they came up empty.
Wasted no time on that one. Johnson's got the lead up to 3 now for Miami.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Reddick passes to Simmons. And Saric kicks to Simmons. To the paint, here's Johnson, and then Johnson with the dunk.
An elite finisher around the basket, Johnson with the throwdown.
Richardson with a screen for Dragic. He dishes it to Richardson. Pass to Whiteside. It's stolen by Saric. Outside for Simmons. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Reddick dishes to Johnson. Back to Reddick. Clock at 6. Over Johnson. Was shot by Reddick. No good.
Well, you see the struggles he's having getting anything to go.
Yeah, I'm sure he's frustrated, Greg, because nothing is falling right now. But he's going to keep chipping away at it, and that's the attitude. Stay with it.
And for the Sixers, trust the process was the motto. And the process now finally bearing fruit. You see the young talent. Now it's about figuring out how all these pieces fit together.
Two shots.
And that one falls for Johnson. You were talking about the fit for these young Sixers. A bit of a logjam in recent seasons in their front court.
Yeah, I mean, they were in talent acquisition mode, just going for the best player available. And now as they see things taking shape, it's time to try and balance the roster.
And Johnson drops them both. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And Reddick kicks to Saric. Here's Simmons. And it's Miami with the rebound. Whiteside's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Pass to Dragic. Here's the screen. Johnson outside. Richardson the pass to Dragic. 6 to shoot. Whiteside sets the pick for Dragic. Richardson for 3. That shot is off. And the 76ers go the other way with it. Inside. It's deflected. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And, you know, through the long rebuild in Philly, the Sixers' strategy was to develop unproven players and try to find some diamonds in the rough. Not a bad way to go when you're going to be patient. And Robert Covington might have been their best find. A very good defender at both forward spots.
Free throw drops for Covington. And Covington offensively, mostly a catch-and-shoot scorer.
Yeah, he plays well off others. His three-point percentage has kind of went south the last few seasons, but if he works on that, I think he's got a place with this team, or if not this team, then certainly in the league.
And both free throws good for Covington.
You know, he's a steady hand at the free throw line, showing tremendous confidence in this one.
Simmons against Dragic. He feeds it to Richardson. No good. Shot missing. Good work defensively by Johnson.
Frozen. Guy is just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
Covington dishes to Simmons. Saric inside. He's guarded by Johnson. The shot by Saric, no good.
1 for 5 on offense. A slow start here in the second half.
Johnson kicks to Richardson. Dragic against Simmons. Dragic the pass to Whiteside. The 19-foot shot. Simmons pulls it in. Simmons got his third rebound tonight.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Feeds to Johnson. It's stolen by Johnson. Oh, and here comes Johnson all alone. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
And that replay presented by Under Armour showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another unleashed chaos moment. Now here's Redick. Screen by Saric. Redick with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. And the foul on Tyler Johnson. That's his first foul. Bellinelli, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. And Simmons kicks to Covington. Dishes it to Saric. They set the screen. Goes up the baseline. Covington's shot is off.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Did a good job guarding the mid-range, extended out nicely, and definitely bothered the shot.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Screen by Saric. Pass to Covington. He kicks it to Simmons. Shoots over Dragic, and it's good off the back rim and in. Simmons got 8.
And Simmons is accustomed to finishing over all types of defenders. I mean, that jump shot is just pure money.
Now here's Dragic. 7 points in the game. Oh, Whiteside in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And he's just always an easy target on the alley-oop. With Whiteside's size and wingspan, it's just a matter of putting the ball up there where only he can go get it.
Here's Bellinelli. He's got 8. Right side Simmons. Now the feed to Covington. From outside off the mark.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Johnson the screen. Johnson sets the screen for Richardson. Puts up a 3. They get it back. Tipped away. Now the 76ers on the break. Here's Covington. And the shot falls short this time.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Now here's Richardson. Johnson kicks to Whiteside. Over Johnson. 5 to shoot. And it's Whiteside. That time on the assist by Johnson. And it's a 7-point Heat lead.
Boy, that's impressive. I mean, not often do you see shots like this find the net. Fortunately, the basket got in the way.
They set the pick. Simmons against Richardson. Now here's Simmons. He's guarded closely.
Boy, a bunch of strength on that slam from Simmons. Punching it down and sending a real message in the process.
Whiteside, a screen on Simmons. Johnson kicks to Richardson. The dish to Whiteside. Doesn't go for him. Johnson with the defensive effort. The 76ers trail by 5. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Johnson with a screen on Johnson. Johnson the screen. And Saric kicks to Simmons. Shoots over Dragic. And Ben Simmons again. Simmons got 6 in the quarter.
And really Simmons makes it look elementary, simple. I mean, the way he attacks defenses from multiple angles is hard to deal with if you're defending.
Now here's Whiteside. He's got 9. Here's Dragic. From 13 feet, it goes down. Dragic has got 9 points.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Simply taking advantage of what the defense has given them, and they've really made the most of it.
Here's Simmons. 12 points for him. With the teardrop outside, Bellinelli. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. Now here's Dragic. Here's Johnson. Easy jumper from very short distance. Johnson's got the lead up to 7 now for the Heat. Philadelphia's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Bellinelli. He's guarded by Johnson. Bellinelli dishes to Simmons. Takes the three. The shot by Sharch, no good.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort. Can't give up these looks. I mean, the defense has to be more aggressive guarding the perimeter.
And the Heat call time here. Clark, you were a strong free throw shooter when you played. Why do some big men have such a hard time being at least serviceable at the free throw line?
Well, I'm not as big as some of the biggest guys that have the most trouble. Typically, you see guys north of 6'8", 6'9", struggling tremendously from the line in general. And because of that, I think sometimes it's the mechanics of shooting the ball, and big hands can sometimes be a hindrance to that. Oftentimes, it's a matter of how much do you work at it and how soon do you start working at it. A lot of times, big guys tend to focus on their post moves and scoring the ball close to the bucket and not as much as shooting. But you're seeing more and more big guys with sweet strokes, and I think it's a matter of, again, basic fundamentals, mechanics, and then putting in hours and hours and hours of work on it.
And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Johnson. Ilyasova comes in for Saric. Fultz, he's checked in for Robert Covington. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Ben Simmons. And a new group getting ready for Miami. Adebayo is checked in for Whiteside. Olynyk comes in for Johnson. Justice Winslow, he's checked in for Josh Richardson. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for Goran Dragic. Heat moving the ball around. 6 to shoot. Ilyasova against Winslow. And that one, good. And the Heat lead by 6.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Fultz kicks to Bellinelli. Ilyasova, a screen on Winslow. From beyond the arc, Miami grabs the miss. Johnson, the pass to Adebayo. Kicks it to Johnson. There's the pass to Wade. Feeds it to Johnson. There's the pick. Now here's Winslow. Passes it to Johnson. Dishes it to Winslow. They get the rebound. Here's Olynyk. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, and Olynyk up and down at the free throw line early in his career, but with his touch, he's bound to become more consistent.
The Heat shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Olynyk. And so Olynyk nails both of them.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
Now here's Ilyasova. He dishes it to Bellinelli. McConnell in the corner. Over Johnson. Yepik goes in, and the Miami lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from McConnell. Miami's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. And Olynyk kicks to Johnson. Tries again, and the layup good by Winslow. Winslow's got the lead up to 8 now for the Heat.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And T.J. McConnell, undrafted out of Arizona, but he caught on with the Sixers, and I tell you what, made an immediate impact. Standing at about 6'2" and just over 200 pounds. He brings that physicality at the defensive end of the floor.
First one falls for him. And Greg, you were a defensive-minded guard. Do you see any similarities to what McConnell brings to the table?
You know, I love his toughness. He's got quick feet, a strong lower base, and, you know, he gets into you, and he racks up his fair share of steals because of it.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Redick is checked in. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Yeah, you know what? And I think they've just got to keep on keeping on. Keep drawing contact, attacking, getting to the line. That will certainly give them a chance to get back into the game.
Now, here's Wade. He's got 6. Pass to Johnson from deep. Johnson missing again.
He's not shooting a high percentage right now, and part of the reason could be that his shot quality is poor, and he's just got to be a little smarter about his shots.
Redick with it. Now guarded by Winslow. Here's Fultz. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And rarely do you see a team trade out of the first overall pick, but that's exactly what the Celtics did with Fultz. Sixers jumped on the chance to move up, and Fultz matched exactly what they wanted to add to this team.
That one is off. And you know, Greg, for the trade, it wasn't so much a critique of Fultz.
You know, Boston had a playmaker already, and they might not have taken Fultz if they stayed in the #1 spot. And listen, the Sixers were in desperate need of a lead guard, and they got a franchise caliber one in Fultz.
Wayne Ellington's checked in for the Heat. He hits the second from the line.
Well, I look at Fultz, and he has perennial all-star written all over him. A fantastic playmaker who's really got a ready-made skill set for the NBA.
Now here's Winslow. He has 6. Good ball movement here by Miami. He feeds it to Wade. Pass to Adebayo. Here's Winslow. Out of bounds. It'll be 76ers ball. The 76ers trail by 5. And here's McConnell. Holmes, that's a screen. Now McConnell. Holmes, that's a screen. Redick for 3 and released it in time, but it's off the mark. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Miami ahead, up 5. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. Head coach Eric Spoelstra mic'd up along the sideline. Let's check it out.
We're getting us out of stuff. Make hard cuts. Everything with force. Okay? Come on.
And there's Eric Spoelstra asking his guys to play with a little sharper mind, with a little more intense, with more vigor.
And simply put, it's about reaching another level of intensity. When they're attacking, that's when they're at their best.
All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. McConnell and Fultz, the playmaking pair in the backcourt. Ilyasova out there with J.J. Redick, and it's Holmes in at the 5. That's the group in the game for the 76ers.
The only place for shots like that are in shoot-around.
Exactly. I mean, that shot is one he shouldn't even think about taking.
Now, here's Redick. He kicks to Fultz. And it's Miami with the rebound. Olynyk's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Ellington kicks to Wade. The feed to Olynyk. Back to Wade. Olynyk sets a screen for Wade. The dish to Winslow. And there's the pass to Babbitt. Feeds it to Winslow. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. 7 points for Kelly Olynyk.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Shot is good, and the Heat's lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Redick.
And Redick shots constant. I mean, senses and feels the separation and then capitalizes on it.
There's a screen. Ellington kicks to Wade. Dishes to Winslow. Wade outside. Ellington from outside. Rebounded by Holmes. Holmes got his 5th rebound in this one. Now, here's McConnell. Ellington defending. Outside, Redick. Ilyasova sets a screen for Redick. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Well, J.J. Redick had quite the interesting free agency period. Greg, ultimately he signs with the 76ers on a huge 1-year, $23 million deal.
Yeah, and this is the team that wanted him. Great fit with his shooting, something that they obviously needed. And Redick had a lot of suitors, but he saw something developing with this young Philly core.
And he makes the first.
And J.J. Redick with the prototype when it comes to his release point on that jump shot. So quick off the catch. Always has his feet set and squared and ready to deliver that dagger.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Johnson, he's checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Saric comes in for Ilyasova. And Robert Covington subbed in for T.J. McConnell. Hey, Greg, with Redick, that great shooting form he has is one of the reasons his game has aged so well.
And a lot of people wondered if Redick would be able to last in the NBA when he was drafted. Might have one of the longest careers of that draft class. Just keeps producing at any age.
Now, here's Ellington. Kicks to Babbitt. Good ball movement here by Miami. The shot's good on the assist by Wade. And the Heat lead by 5.
The defender there in the neighborhood, but not quite close enough. Good shot.
Fultz kicks to Covington. There's the pick. Screen by Saric. Covington against Winslow. It's blocked. One-on-one fast break. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Man, the confidence and flair that Wade plays with, uniquely his own, a dynamite two-guard who is also a clutch performer.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Heat.
The mid-range that you've seen from them about as good as it gets, and there has not been a drop-off in the second half.
Well, it's been a super performance from beyond the arc, too. I mean, they've been raining in those threes.
2 shots.
That free throw, no good. The 76ers making a switch here. Simmons is checked in. Then for the Heat, Whiteside's checked in for Olynyk. Josh Richardson comes in for Luke Babbitt. And it's Dragic in for Wayne Ellington. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
No good on the free throw. Good on the second free throw. The 76ers trail by 6. Outside, Redick. Outside, Simmons. Passes it to Šarić. There's the 3. Hassan Whiteside grabs the miss.
And I think that's got to affect your mental game. I mean, missing open shots like that, unacceptable, and it'll probably mess with your head a little bit, too.
Now, here's Dragic. And stolen by Simmons. He dishes it to Johnson. And Ben Simmons picks up the foul. That's his first foul. The Heat making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. Dragic with it. Pass to Richardson. Here's the 3. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. Dragic has got his 5th assist in this one.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Now here's Simmons. Outside, Redick. A floater. They get it back.
A little bit of savvy on the part of Redick there. Gets his man into a bad position and then forces him to commit the foul.
The free throw drops for Redick.
You know, sometimes the great three-point shooters in the game don't carry that same success to the free throw line, but that's not the case with J.J. Redick. I mean, he's cash money from the stripe, too.
And both free throws good for Redick.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
Dragic dishes to Wade. Up and in on the layup. Wade's got the lead up to 9 now for the Heat.
Oh, fruitful possession, just doing what they can to extend the lead.
Yeah, that's tremendous efficiency there. I mean, you like seeing them put together these types of plays.
Screen by Sharch. Sharch with the screen for Covington. Shot clock at 5. It's off his foot. And the ref's whistling a kick ball. Here's Simmons. Outside, Redick. Johnson with a screen on Wade. Shot clock at 5. Redick with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Over Johnson.
And nothing's been easy for them, especially in this half.
I mean, his field goal percentage isn't good. He's not helping his team out there shooting this poorly.
There's the pick. Whiteside, a screen on Covington. Here's Richardson. A second chance effort. Here's Whiteside. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
And, you know, that's not easy at all. When guys get this close to the bucket, it's tough to stop the basket.
Now here's Simmons. Johnson with a screen on Dragic. The putback. It's good on the putback.
You know, you look at Johnson, he's in that upper echelon when you talk about offensive rebounders, so you've got to account for him.
Dragic kicks to Wade. Whiteside inside. Johnson on him, and that one is good. 11 points for Hassan Whiteside.
The defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
Wade against Redick. For 3, Covington, and it's Miami with the rebound. Whiteside's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. Now here's Dragic. On the wing, Johnson, covered by Sharch. From 13, a shot by Johnson, no good.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Redick against Wade. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. 3 on 3. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That's on J.J. Redick.
Two shots.
That free throw good from Wade. Bellinelli, he's checked in for Philadelphia. And Wade drops them both. The 76ers trail by 11.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And the 76ers call time here.
Yeah, you know, some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything going.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they've been a bit unlucky. Some of it is poor shot selection, in a slump, no doubt. But it can be turned around. They just need to find ways to score the ball.
chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Hassan Whiteside.
And he's put on a terrific show of skill in the paint. A combination of moves, footwork, and that soft touch down low. It's all added up to one dominant performance for the big fella.
And at last, he gets a little redemption. You know, it's been several games since he's been at his best. He's really been having a tough time. Johnson, he's checked in for the Heat. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Brett Brown talking with his team, and he was emphatic. He said, we are not going to win this game playing this way, fellas. You've got to step it up. You've got to get aggressive, and you've got to battle to get back in this thing. See if that pep talk got him going, guys.
There's the call on James Johnson. That's his third foul of the game. Here's Bellinelli. He's guarded by Johnson. Clock at 6. Bellinelli passes to Simmons. It's stolen by Dragic.
Yeah, first turnover of the game. Overall, though, he's been rock solid. And Dragic came into the NBA with something on his resume that not many other rookies have. He has a ring from winning the Slovenian Pro League the year before he came to America. And, you know, last season, it seemed like it was a strong return to form for Goran Dragic. Was able to be more ball dominant when he was on the floor. And that style seems to work to his advantage. And he just seemed more comfortable in his role with this team.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. And the second free throw, good. The 76ers trail by 12. Now here's Simmons. Another miss by Philadelphia. And Greg, with Dragic in his statistical resurgence for several seasons, he had been sharing playmaking duties with guys like Wade and Bledsoe.
And as great as those players are, Dragic is best when he's the lead guard. Seems to be best paired with a shooter. A player's mentality can change when he is or isn't the primary ball handler, and that's been the case with Dragic.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play.
One shot, gentlemen.
Free throw, good, Whiteside.
And, you know, normally when you look at a guy like Whiteside with the field goal percentage and all, you think it's all about dunks. But I tell you what, he's improved his entire repertoire of scoring options near the rim. And now he's even showing that he can step out and knock down that little face-up 15-footer.
He took good advantage of that screen.
Yeah, and off screens, he's really effective. I mean, he's very efficient in how he moves without the ball. And we know he doesn't need much time or space to get a shot off.
Dragic kicks to Richardson. Johnson outside. At the elbow, it's Whiteside. Johnson with some nice D. Whiteside, earlier in his career, didn't have as many options to score, but Greg, he's been very conscious of keeping that improvement of his game, and especially on the offensive end.
And Whiteside has been self-motivated since he's come back to the NBA. He's got the great length. He gets the hooks. He's got that baby hook up over the defenders, the soft shooting touch, and he just continues to improve offensively, all the while still being a force on the defensive side of the floor.
Bellinelli dishes to Covington. Here's Simmons. And the lead is down inside single digits.
Simmons absolutely in his comfort zone near the rim. I mean, uses his body extremely well and typically gets exactly the kind of shot he wants.
Now here's Johnson. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
Well, this is what he likes to do. Try to break your spirit.
Yeah, I think he's trying to put this one away, quite honestly. I mean, feels like he can.
Ooh! That's how you attack. Wow.
Oh, man. my. Outstanding focus that time by Simmons. Nothing really rattles this guy. He's unflappable, even when he's getting bodied by the defense like that.
Dragic the pass to Whiteside. That one good for 2. Whiteside's got 7 now in this quarter. The 76ers trail by 11. They set the pick. And Bellinelli kicks to Covington from deep three-point range, from beyond the arc, and then some.
That's exactly what Covington does when he's out there. He's a deadly threat from deep, who does not lack for confidence at all.
Dragic kicks to Richardson. He feeds it to Whiteside. Over Johnson. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. And that's now 18 points for Hassan Whiteside.
Great job of utilizing that screen and finding space to knock down the jumper. Good basketball.
Johnson against Covington. Shot clock at 6. Here's Simmons. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Excellent precision and focus from Simmons. Feeling nobody can guard him down on the block, and he's right most of the time.
Johnson kicks to Dragic. Pass to Johnson. Now the feed to Johnson. Now the dish to Whiteside. Over Johnson. Tries again. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
Basket's good.
Tremendous effort here on the road. That plane ride home is going to be sweet.
No doubt about it, partner. But unfortunately, the flip side of that coin, the drive home for the hometown fans, is going to be rather flat.
And the 76ers with a completely new group now. And then for Miami, Adebayo is checked in for Johnson. Luke Babbitt comes in for Richardson. And Ellington is subbed in for Goran Dragic.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And the free throw, no good. Now the 76ers with it. Here's Fultz. Ilyasova passes to McConnell. Good D by Johnson. And Miami has possession. It's a 10-point game. Here's Babbitt, defended by Anderson. Whiteside kicks to Babbitt. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Fires the 3. A shot by Ellington, no good. McConnell misses. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Goran, was defense the key to getting this victory tonight?
Yeah, we know if we want to win that game, we have to be solid in defense. You know, they're best running team. They're gonna shoot 3-point line, and we just have to be solid in defense. And we did that. Then in the end, we won that game. So.
Yeah, you guys worked outside in, and you were able to get stops and get the win. Congrats, Goran. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David. Thank you. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you next time.